Should have said, Nigel Bond, I'm the Group Managing Director of Domino. I've been with Domino for over 20 years, so hopefully I'll better answer any of the questions you've got. Just to remind you who Domino is, a global company in the coding and marking business, providers of a variety of technologies. Turnover of the company, 300 million. You can't see it there in little writing, but we're 32 years old and we're very proud that we've got 32 years of continuous growth. Milestones, founded back in 1978. Various things there. Through the 90s we did a geographic expansion, and today a very substantive part of our sales come from Asia, from North America, from outside of Europe. Through the 2000s, a lot of technology acquisitions to build out the portfolio of the company. And then more latterly, back end of 2010 and now moving into 2011, launch of a new primary package coding range of products, which if you've been to the Domino stand, you will have seen. If you haven't, please make sure you go. It's a very impressive looking stand. A lot of new things on there, things I'm going to touch on here. So an exciting time in Domino in terms of what we've got in the way of products. Just to give you a reminder, a variety of inkjet products, continuous inkjet, thermal inkjet, piezo valve jet, the non-ink products, thermal transfer, laser, print and apply. The purpose of that slide, we have got a very comprehensive range of products. Whatever the customers need, whatever the customer's requirement, we've got the technology to do it. And what you see there is only 40% of what we do. The other 60% is all of the ribbons, the inks, all the consumables, all the service, all the expertise, all the technical competence that goes alongside providing customers around the world with that product range. Coding and marking is going through quite a change at the moment, and I think as much as I'm excited about all the products that we've got in the company, I'm just as excited about the opportunities that the market is starting to generate for our industry and for our business. I think if you think of coding companies, coding and marking companies, product identification, it's been about best before codes, sell-by dates, manufacturing codes, and that's really where the origins of the company relate to. But if you look at that last bullet point, recent trends in legislation, new standards coming through now in product traceability, in authentication, in serialization. Value-added coding is a phrase that we're starting to see in our industry. So the deployment of our technology is going a lot more, far beyond the sorts of applications that you will have traditionally known people like Domino for. And I'm going to give you some examples of that. I've got 4 examples here. The CIP 13 legislation in France and Italy, which is largely implemented now, leading on to the European Union's Falsified Medicines Directive. We've got the USA Food Safety Modernisation Act going through at the moment, and a specific thing that I want to talk about because it's been a big investment by Domino in the last few weeks, egg safety and prevention of disease in eggs, and a big business venture that we're taking on board. So if I just touch on each of these so I give you a flavour of some of the types of things we're starting to see as requirements for our business. The CIP 13 legislation you may well be familiar with already. First real attempt to link 2D barcoding with human readable text. And that linkage means that there's more engagement through the whole supply chain in the authentication of products, and ultimately at the end consumers can use their mobile devices, their phones, whatever, read that barcode, and they can get information about the history and the pedigree of where that product's come from. And this was done at the pack level. It was done in France and Italy and 1 or 2 other European countries. And that's led on to what we've now got going through, this Falsified Medicines Directive. Far too many of the drugs and products that we are prescribed are not genuine. Drive from the European Union to try and eradicate falsified drugs. So we're now seeing every pharmaceutical product at the product level be serialized so that consumers, through the barcoding, through the product coding, can trace the authentication of that tablet, that drug that you put in your mouth to relieve you of whatever, to try and eliminate the falsified and the grey trade. So that's an exciting development that means coding is involved in the whole supply chain. Consumers can check all the way through the supply chain the validity of a product. President Obama, one of his parts of his program was to try and strengthen the prevention of foodborne illness in the USA. And we're starting to see standards coming in now for the safe harvesting of food products and fruit products, and already we're seeing things like the Harvest Mark code, which is a 2D code being applied to products, many companies adopting it. So there's absolute validation of product all the way from the farm, from the tree, from the field, whatever it might be, all the way through to the fork. And again, the consumer can check by reading the product, reading the barcodes, reading the harvest marks, where that product has come from. So again, a lot more value add in the chain. And the particular one, which I'll expand on in a little bit more detail, is a thing called the FDA 21 CFR Part 118, and this relates to eggs. Salmonella in eggs has been a common problem worldwide. The USA, which doesn't necessarily have all the standards that maybe we've been used to here in Europe, is looking to see how it can eradicate salmonella in eggs. And we've partnered with a company in the last 3 weeks. We've invested $50 million for a 15% stake in a joint venture, which is working with a business that's got software, data capture, data management at the farm level, at the grader level, at the packing level, to validate that all of the standards and all of the safety measures that need to exist in the egg industry are being properly applied. And it means that the government can check the status of any individual farm to make sure that the farm is complying with the legislation. A retailer can see if a farm is producing eggs under that standard or not, and therefore decide to buy from that farm or not in terms of the eggs on the shelf. And it means the consumer, concerned about salmonella, can read the coding that's put on all the way through the chain, goes to a website called www.myfreshegg.com. Try it, it's there. Key in a code. If it's a valid code on an egg, you will now start to be able to get information about which chicken in which farm laid that egg. You can see it's been fed with proper food stuff, but this is true, real value-add coding. And it's a really exciting extension to the sort of business that Domino's involved in. I can see it's tickled your fancy. But we're starting to see this starting to roll out. We're going to see a very big explosion, I think, in terms of this particular industry. And the egg industry is not the most dangerous foodstuff industry. I was shocked when I was told the most dangerous foodstuff on supermarket shelves in the USA is things like carrots and leeks, because green vegetables carry listeria. And part of what this will extend to is all sorts of foodstuffs in the fullness of time. Exciting times, I think, for Domino. The benefits of this: coding's becoming an integral part of the supply chain, coding's becoming an integral part of consumer safety, consumer peace of mind, and confidence in products. And we're going to see more and more of this develop. New products. So that's what's happening in the industry. It just coincides that Domino has gone through probably the biggest launch of new products this industry has ever seen. Not just Domino, but this industry. We started at Salon d'Emballage in November in France, launching our new leading primary coding technology, new thermal, new laser, new inkjet, products that some of you will have seen at that show, all labelled together under the umbrella of Intelligent Technology, the iTech brand, which is a brand that we are using to deliver solutions to today's customers' problems. Those problems might be the transient nature of a workforce, the environmental requirements of a product range, the drive towards lean manufacturing. The product range that we've designed, that we've launched, is driven by those requirements. Just remind you of those products that we launched in France. Sorry, before I do that, clearly one of the big drivers in our new product development is the current demand of the customer and the manufacturers for environmental compliance. There's a lot of environmental legislation out there. Corporate social responsibility is a big issue at the moment, and our product development and our product drive is driven at meeting an enhanced precision in that particular standard. We are a member of the FTSE for Good. Domino's a public company. The FTSE index in the UK also runs a FTSE for Good for companies which are demonstrating the right environmental credentials. We are a member of that. So those products, new inkjet, the new A320i, and the best thing I can say about this product is, if you think about inkjet in production environments, they are usually you can usually tell them there's the black ink on the floor, they need service, etc. You think of the inkjet that you've got on your desk in the office or at home. This is moving inkjet to that standard. You don't need service anymore. You basically just replace the cartridges when the cartridges need replacing, and away you go. So taking service and taking all of the preventative side out of inkjet, making this a very simple, very easy product to use in the future. And that is a big step forward in terms of customers being able to have maximum uptime, simplicity and ease of use. The new V series, a new thermal product that we've introduced, again under the iTech umbrella. The iTech technology here is the ribbon drive, and the technology that we've introduced here uses 60% less ribbon, more uptime, very simple, very straightforward to use. Add that to the environmental credentials that you've got here, and you've got a product which meets the customer's requirements for ease, simplicity and for compliance. And then D series, Domino's always been a strong leader in laser. Our laser range has been very strong for many years. This is an extension more than something radically new. The other two, I would argue, are quite radically new. In the world of laser, what we've done here is just enhance the flexibility of the product, the ability to integrate it into any space, just the performance and flexibility of the product range. And we've done that through the iTech scan head developments that we've done. New scan heads gives us ultimate flexibility in how this product's integrated. And again, with all of the environmental features, the less weight, temperature controlling, the IP65 ratings, the Roche compliance, a very formidable product range. You've seen all of those already. We've launched those in Paris. Combined with Quickstep, one of the nice things you will see about that slide is all the products look like they're from the same family, they're from the same company. We've added a lot of technologies in the recent years. We're now designing products across the range on common technology, all with common user interfaces under the umbrella of Quickstep. That simplifies operator use, means that the products can be quickly interchanged, and it improves, again, the effectiveness of the product that the customer has to use. What you're going to see here at Intepack, two major new products and a third which I'll touch on. We've got the extension, the D620i, which is the next part of our laser range, and we've got the new V220i, the next part of our thermal range. So this is phase 2 of our new products, again in the new livery, the new look of Domino. Clearly I use phase 1 and phase 2, that implies there is a phase 3 and there is a phase 4. This is a journey of new products that Domino is bringing to the market. As I say, it's the biggest program this industry will have ever seen. The 620i, it's for those very complicated, high power, more difficult applications. So more power. We've got this new patented technology called rapid scan, moves the speed of this product, the speed of our laser to new levels by some clever use of vectors and vector control. And again, with new improved laser performance for challenging applications and true IP65. Not easy to do with lasers. Others will claim it. But we've got true IP65 for the very challenging environments for this product range. We've got the new V220i. It's the next stage of our thermal development. The 120i, if you like, is an entry-level product. This is for those more demanding applications where throughput is higher, where changeover time is even more critical. So it's cassette loaded, so you can make very quick, fast changeover, more uptime, more performance out of the product. And again, compact, small, easy to use. The third product is our new G series. This is our thermal inkjet product. We're under the umbrella here of intelligent thermal inkjet. So our G series will carry this I suffix for the first time. What we've got here is smart cartridges. So the cartridges now contain a lot more data to give the customer a lot more information about the status, the performance and the uptime of the product. Thermal inkjet already is a very, very reliable technology, needs very little service. It's a fit and forget product. With the enhanced features here, the customer's now got all the information they need to make sure that they've got total control over the product range. And we've started developing our own thermal inks for this product. Traditionally, the thermal inkjet suppliers have used the inks from the thermal head manufacturers, the Hewlett-Packards, etc. of this world. We've now started to develop our own inks for the sorts of substrates and applications that this product is going to come up against in our world. You'll have seen the new branding that we've got, Domino Do More, all about the relationship we have with our customers to meet the applications they need, for us to provide the skill sets they need to meet the more demanding applications that this world is starting to demand of coding companies. Our products, again, I reiterate, major launch, maximising effectiveness and efficiency on the product line, reducing costs, reducing the overall experience of having to use our equipment and meet the requirements, simplifying production lines, high quality, high consistency, and with an environmental theme as well.